So let me begin by saying, and I said this already, I was surprised when I heard about the trade. I did not know that Luka was potentially a player that was about to be traded. And in terms of anger at the fan base, I'm empathetic. I understand it. I mean, Dallas was in the finals last year.
Has there ever been a franchise that has alienated its fan base more than the Dallas Mavericks with that Luka Doncic trade? I mean, fans being harassed at the door for trying to bring in signs showing their displeasure towards Nico Harrison.
Okay, why can't we bring it in?
Why can't we bring this in?
Can we bring it in?
Why can't we bring this in? Whoa. You just told me, say it again. Say it again. You just told me.
We're not doing any videotaping.
I can't videotape now. I can't videotape now? You just said that it...
You want to go enjoy the game?
Alright, well, y'all are liars. And you just said why you would do it, but you won't say it on camera. That's ridiculous.
Then there's the fans that actually make it into the game with their signs and showing their displeasure, starting chants of fire Nico Harrison, the GM that actually pulled the trigger on this Luka Doncic trade, and they're being kicked out of games. Fans, for actually being fans. They can be critical of the players. No fan has ever been kicked out for booing when the players aren't playing well. But you cannot boo the organization, or so it seems for the Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban can even be seen telling a fan to sit the F down.
Cuban trying to talk that shit. Hey, you don't own the team, motherfucker. You ain't got no say. You don't own the team. Clearly, you pull no fucking weight in this organization. You feel me? You ain't gotta say what the fuck happens at AAC. Ain't nobody listening to your bitch ass anymore. How the fuck you act like you got some say in Dallas anymore, bitch? Fuck you, Cuban. Fuck you, Nico.
Damn, Grant's got a video of us getting thrown out. Yo, Grant's got a video of us getting thrown out.
Hey, y'all talking shit on Grant? Fuck you, Tim McMahon, bitch ass. Who you talking shit on? Like you did shit ever. Fuck your book. The Wonder Kid. Fuck your book. Fuck you. Fuck everything you stand for, Tim McMahon, bitch ass. Ain't nobody fucking like you in Dallas. Nobody. Grant runs fucking laps around you, bro.
The idea that our behavior would ruin a game for a kid is crazy. Do you know what would ruin a game for a kid? Trading Luka Doncic in the middle of the night and stabbing him and the entire Dallas Mavericks fan base in the back.
Now, at NBA All-Star, with Luka Doncic's absence being very glaring and Adam Silver knowing that he was going to be asked these questions, Adam Silver actually addressed it head on and even had a message for Dallas Mavericks fans. Take a listen here what Adam Silver had to say.
I'm curious what
The trade?
The trade. It's what we're capital T is what we're calling it now. I'm wondering how you absorbed the initial news of the trade and how you've processed everything that's happened since, including the Dallas fans and the fire Nico and all those things happening. And there's obviously a lot of anger. And how is this good for the league when a fan base feels very, very jilted right now?
So let me begin by saying, and I said this already, I was surprised when I heard about the trade. I did not know that Luka was potentially a player that was about to be traded. That was news to me. I followed it like a fan from that standpoint. And I've said before, that's the kind of confidential information that's generally not shared with the league in advance unless a team is publicly shopping a player. And best to my knowledge, that's not what happened in the case of Dallas and Los Angeles. And in terms of anger at the fan base, I'm empathetic. I understand it. I mean, Dallas was in the finals last year, and I've also said this before. I like Luka very much. I've known him since the day I actually met him before he came into this league when he was at Real Madrid when we were over there, playing a preseason game. And it seems genuinely, truly authentic that he was stunned and disappointed. You could see it in his body language. Having said all that, I also am sympathetic to the Mavericks organization. I mean, I've known Nico Harrison for a long time from his prior tenure at Nike, and I've gotten to be close to Patrick Dumont, our new governor in Dallas. I can say one thing for sure: whether or not history will ultimately judge this as a smart trade, they did what they thought was in the best interest of their organization. I have absolutely no knowledge or believe there were any ulterior motives. There's no doubt in my mind that the Dumont Adelson families bought that team to keep it in Dallas. I have no doubt whatsoever that they're committed to the long-term success of that franchise. And in terms of the Dallas fans, all I can say to them is, again, time will tell whether it's the smart trade, but I think they should believe in their organization. Their organization truly made a trade that they believed was in the best interest of the organization. And in many cases, again, doesn't mean they were right or wrong, but it's very difficult to put yourselves in their shoes. I mean, they are living with this situation. They have a philosophical belief on what's necessary, ultimately to win championships. And I'm not in a position to second guess that.
Now, they also spoke with a good friend of Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic. Like, they are really close. And Nikola, you could tell he's very disappointed to not have, Luka at NBA All-Star. And he talks about it a little bit, about the trade and what that's meant. Take a listen here what he had to say.
Since the Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis trade, you're really close with Luka, but how do you think that trade kind of changed the landscape of how things will go moving forward? And what do you think of this new version of the Mavericks with Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving?
I kind of think both teams win. I think maybe, in my opinion, of course, maybe. I think Luka is a generational player, generational talent. Luka, I'm not saying that it is not. I'm just saying I think Luka is somebody that we see someone like him before who is affecting the game in so many levels, so many possessions. It's just. He was building something there, I think he was hurt and but I think it's a good because then people will maybe and players gonna take more serious, and I think as a trade is not such a big thing, but if you traded someone like that, I think it's kind of become a little bit big thing, and maybe players become a little bit serious about it.
Yeah, I know he's had 5 straight All-Star appearances. Is it weird not having him here this time around?
It's weird because we always have a good night before the game.
Man, I don't know, man. This here, it's kind of wild to see. And what didn't help the Dallas Mavericks franchise, they didn't get a player that's not even more injury prone and older than Luka Doncic. Now, Max Christie has been playing very well for Dallas. That's been a bright spot. But Anthony Davis going down in the very first game after putting on a dominant performance, which he absolutely can do when he's healthy and dialed in. But it definitely hurt that he went down. So it's going to affect. I see the Dallas Maverick fans. They feel betrayed, kind of betrayed. Not kind of, but it's almost like if Dirk Nowitzki, after losing in the 2006 NBA Finals to Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat after being up, it's almost like if Dallas had given up on him then and traded Dirk Nowitzki. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everyone says, Dirk passed the torch to Luka. That's how it was viewed. And they're Dallas Mavs for life. It's like, you don't get rid of the most important piece of your franchise. You definitely don't do it in their prime. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dallas stuck with Dirk well after he was in his prime. He was able to finish his career there. That's what everybody was looking forward to seeing, sending Luka off. Now, Luka's likely to have some of his best years with the Lakers because he's going to be the future of that franchise as LeBron's moved on. So it's going to be pretty interesting, man. Again, never seen in my lifetime a franchise have its fan base turn on them quite like the Dallas Mavericks have done. And I thought this was funny too. Pascal Siakam was asked the question, and he took a little page. He had a little joke and related to Luka Doncic with, why he's just there to kind of handle his business. Take a listen here what Pascal said.
If you could change one NBA rule, what would it be and why?
Bro, I don't like getting into I'm just here, so I don't get fined, bro. Like I don't.
All right, then what would you add? What would you add then?
I'm cool with everything, man. I'm just here, brother. You know what I mean? They traded Luka last time, man. I'm trying to chill.
Now, one fallout from this is, the remaining best player, Kyrie Irving, and the close relationship he actually had with Luka Doncic. And I believe he has a contract coming up. So, man, seeing how their franchise just did Luka, somebody you went to the finals with. Listen, Kyrie's smart. I'm not sure. I think fans believe, hey, man, you just alienated Kyrie. And, Kyrie's been doing and saying everything perfect. If you've watched his interviews, Kyrie has been really a calming force with the Mavs. And that's who the fan base really there has left to kind of look to. But I know that the fans would not judge Kyrie if he left in free agency just because he's like, that they would blame the franchise because everybody saw the chemistry on and off the court between Luka and Kyrie. Now, Jason Kidd has been catching criticism I saw from fans, which, Jason's in a tough spot. I empathize with him. He loved Luka Doncic, but a lot of times, he's kind of caught up. He did not find out the trade until right before it happened, and he spoke on it. And this tells me that Jason was really hurt by this trade that he really can't speak to because he's still employed by the organization. Take a listen here.
I've been coaching the team 4 years and taking it to 2 conference finals and a finals. And a week ago, your best player was getting traded, and you didn't know about it until basically it was happening.
Yeah, the 11th hour. Yeah.
What is the 11th hour? Is that a few days or?
Just getting a call to come up to the room and was told about the trade.
Just at the very end, that night. And you're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm an employee of the Mavs.
You don't want any say in how the roster is constructed?
No, I think I've always I've said this before, and some maybe overlooked it. I'm the coach. I coach the players that are here. We've made a trade, and we got to push forward, and that's what we're doing. No one's gonna, feel bad for us. Trades happen in this game. Things change. Coaches change. Teams get sold. A lot of things happen that are out of our control. But you guys continue to just do your job, and that's what I'm doing. I'm the coach. I'm not the decision maker. I'm here to coach the team that's given to me, and then I'm judged on that by you guys.
And you're not one of the coaches who wants to buy some of the groceries?
No. I'm one of the groceries, and I got to figure out how to use it. And so that's what we're doing. With the injuries this year, never have we complained. We put out groups. We started two-way players. We're going to try to find a way to win, and that's what it comes down to. So I don't want to be the one that's buying the groceries. Just give me the groceries, and I'll figure it out.
I mean, that's very telling. Anybody with, can understand, people, body language, and what he had to say. He was not happy being called up and told about the Luka Doncic trade. He even made reference that, hey, I'm I'm just an employee. You know, I'm an employee of the Dallas Mavericks. And so basically, I mean, if you work for someone, how much say do you have in the company and what they're actually doing outside of, you know, just hiring you to work for them? I mean, you're kind of limited with your power, but you still have to go on. You can't badmouth them publicly. I don't know anyone that's going to retain their job going out badmouthing them publicly, no matter what you agree or disagree with. So him saying that, you know, I found out in the 11th hour, I was basically called up to a room and told about the trade, and I'm here to coach whoever we have here. The reporter even pushed and said, you don't have a problem with not having any say with the roster? And he said his job is to coach who's ever there. So I could clearly see the frustration with Jason Kidd. A lot of fans were like, oh, he's kind of turning against Luka, and he's trying to empower the players that are there, you know, still not sound hopeless, because you still want them to get as far as they can get with the team that is currently constructed. But man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough seeing how this all plays out, and if it's only going to get worse. I mean, hopefully, with all these injuries, you can't even see what the team looks like. Again, AD went down, Lively's down, I believe Gafford's down, PJ's down. You don't even know what the team looks like. So hopefully, everyone can get healthy, and if they can make it back to the NBA Finals, maybe that can help start to heal the Mavericks, because anything short of what they did last year, it would behoove them to win it this year for the Mavericks ownership group's sake. But anything short of that, it's going to be a long summer for the Mavericks organization. But let me know what you guys think, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you haven't already, and I'm going to holler at you guys next time. Peace.
2 words. Fuck you, Nico.
Fuck you, Nico.